Hey, what's up? My name's Ercy and welcome back to my channel. In this video, you're gonna get to know me just a little bit. Let's go. This is the 25 questions book tag. I was tagged to do this video by Larry over at Larry Has Opinions. He is an awesome booktuber with great reviews. He does a lot of book tags. His videos are a lot of fun and he's pretty funny. So go give his channel a go if you want to get to know someone else as well. But he tagged me to do this, so here I am delivering. It's just another way for you guys to get to know me a little bit and see if we vibe. You know what I mean? So let's get on with the questions because there are 25 and I want to try to do this fast. So let's go. So the first question is, what is your channel about? Well, my channel is about books. I like to talk about books, the books I'm reading. I tend to throw in a tag here or there. I want to also throw in movies and different entertainment things as well. So that'll be something to look forward to. I have a vlog coming up about my vacation. I'm still working on that. There's a lot of footage there. But the majority of the stuff that you're going to see on my channel is about books. The next question is, how old are you? I am 32. My relationship status, I am happily married. I've been married 9 years. And did you go to college? Yes, I did. I have a bachelor's degree in history and secondary education. And then my master's degree is in humanities. So more literature and humanity-based stuff. Question number 5, where are you from/live? And so I have to answer this in 2 parts because where I'm from, I'm a New Yorker, born and raised. I'm from Queens. But after we got married, my husband and I moved around a lot because he joined the military. So we lived in North Carolina, we lived in Italy, back to North Carolina, but now we're in Oregon. So random, right? So we're on the West Coast, enjoying life out here in the West Coast while we figure out the next leg of the trip. Looking back, what would you have told your 10-year-old self? So I have 2 brothers. I know there's a question later about your family, but I have 2 brothers, and me and my brothers used to drive my mom crazy because we used to bicker and fight a lot. We just really used to bump heads a lot. So I would tell my younger self to calm down, give your mom a break, stop fighting with your brothers. So now I'm like, now that I have kids, or I have 1 kid, I see a lot of the things that I used to do and my daughter does it. I'm like, yo, that's karma for me giving my mom a hard time. So I would just tell myself to chill out and be nice to your mom, give her a break, stop fighting with your brothers. And then number 7, tell us about your family. So my immediate family right now is my husband, my daughter, and my dog, right? That's my core. But I also have 2 brothers. I have a half sister. She's younger. I am the middle child with my 2 brothers, but now there's 4 of us, so it's a little different. But yeah, I have a half sister and I got a lot of cousins. My mom is one of 10. My dad is one of 5. And then my husband has a lot of cousins. So it's just a big family. It's a lot of love. Number 8, what's your favorite holiday? So I'm basic. I love Christmas. I love giving gifts. I love not so much the receiving gifts. I always feel awkward when I receive gifts because I always feel like you don't need to give me anything, but I like giving gifts. I like to see something somewhere and, you know, associate it with someone and then give that to that person. So that way it's a little more meaningful. I don't like giving gift cards. I always feel like it's a little impersonal, but I understand the reasoning behind it. I do like to give gifts, so that's why I like Christmas. Number 9, you have no budget. What is your dream vacation? I've traveled a lot, but there's always so many different places that you can go. And I always feel like if you want to go somewhere, you can budget, you can plan, you can make it affordable in your own way, whatever that word means to you. But I know something that would never be in my budget, and this would be like a dream. I would love to be one of those people going into space and doing like one of those, like on SpaceX or with like Virgin Galactic. Like I will go. Sign me up. Beam me up. I will go. I think that'd be so cool. And obviously way out of my budget, way out of my finances, way out of my tax bracket. But I think that would be really cool to do that. That's my dream vacation. Number 10, name your biggest pet peeves. So my biggest pet peeve would have to be repeating myself and getting interrupted. And I deal with this on a daily with a 3-year-old. What are you going to do? Number 11, what book changed your life? I don't necessarily have a book that has like had an impact on me in terms of changing my behavior or changing, something about me. But I would say this book had an impact on me in terms of my love of reading. And this is the identifier of me being a true millennial, right? And it's going to be the Harry Potter series. I know she's canceled. I know. But the Harry Potter series had a very huge impact as far as like my love of reading. This was the first series that I read all the way through, with the first book having read it in like the 5th grade. And the last book, I actually pre-ordered that one when I was like 18, right? I think it came out when I was like 17 or 18. And I pre-ordered it. I picked it up from the store. And it was like the first time that I actually went through a whole series, like from beginning to end, loving everything of my own volition. Like I didn't have anyone like dragging me to read these books. And it's just started my love of reading. So that's my answer for that one. Yeah, this next question is a little silly. So it says, what simple invention improved the world? I'm gonna just grab something on my table. A remote control. Number 13, favorite movies / TV shows. I feel like this question could be a video all on its own. My favorite TV shows are definitely, like, off the top of my head, Law and Order SVU. Olivia, that's my girl. I love The Crown. I feel like that show is brilliant. I love The Office. I could rewatch that all the time. As far as like trash TV, like dramas, silly shows, I could rewatch Jersey Shore all the time. It's one of those shows that if it's on, I'm gonna watch it. And Hoarders. Hoarders is another one. My husband thinks I'm so weird that I'm like obsessed with watching Hoarders. I think it came on Netflix pretty recently within the last year, and I watched all the episodes that they put on Netflix. It makes me want to clean my house every time I watch Hoarders. I can't help but be engrossed in this show and just follow along with the mess. I don't know. But as far as movies, let's talk about movies real quick. I love Forrest Gump, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Les Miserables. I think I said Forrest Gump already. Across the Universe. I really like that one. I know I'm naming a lot of musicals, but I don't really watch that many musicals. But these are the ones that I like. I know Les Miserables is so good. What else? Yeah, those are the ones on the top of my head. If I can't think of anything else, they're probably like subpar. But those are the ones I can think of right now. Okay, number 14. Describe yourself using 3 fictional characters. So my husband and I had a conversation about this kind of question. We were watching Avatar, and it just came up. I was like, oh, what kind of bender do you think you'd be if we were in this world? Because it kind of goes with your personality, doesn't it? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, I'd be like an airbender because I can kind of redirect confrontation and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I think I'd be like a waterbender. And he's like, no, you're an earthbender. And I was like, wait, why? And he's like, because whenever there's like a problem, you're very like confrontational and you're going to let people know what you think and what you feel. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So the first person I'm gonna go with is Toph. Okay, next let's go with something in the book. So I'm gonna go with Xiomara from The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. I identified with her character so much in that book, so I'm going to go with her. And next, let's go with, I already gave a TV show, a book. Let's go with something in a movie. Let's go with Hermione from the Harry Potter series because I like reading and I like studying and I have a love of learning. Obviously, I was a humanities major for my master's. So I'm going to go with Hermione because she always wants to learn. And I feel like that's me. So there we go. I have Toph, Xiomara, and Hermione. There we go. 15, what was your dream job? So I'm going to go with like when I was little. One of the things that I used to want to do when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of those nature documentary shows. I used to want to be like those people like David Attenborough that like goes out and like observes a cheetah in its natural habitat and film with like my film crew, and you know, we're going hiking and we're gonna go like stalk a lion or something, you know what I mean? Like I want to be one of those people. Number 16, if magic was real, what spell would you learn first? So for this one, it's real easy. I didn't have to think about this. It'd be, I want to snap my fingers and my house is clean. I want to snap my fingers and the dishes are done. I want to snap my fingers and my daughter's toys are put away. That's the spell I would learn first. Number 17, share a favorite childhood memory. So for this one, I have one that's kind of funny. I actually just shared this with my husband. We've been married 9 years, together like 11, and this was like the first time that he had heard this story. Okay, so when I was younger, I used to like to rollerblade. And, you know, in New York, the blocks are a little more congested than you'd like them to be. But I used to like to rollerblade. And I was like 8 or 9 or something like that. I was really young. I was rollerblading down the block and I was going really fast. And there was these people that was coming up on the street and like on the sidewalk. And so then, but I was going really fast and I wasn't really that good at braking. So what I did, I pivoted real fast to like the street. But like I was trying to go in between the cars because there was a car that was double parked and it was like a florist truck from the florist shop that was down the block. But I was still going really fast on my rollerblades, and I like slapped their the side view mirror, and like I heard it break. I heard like the mirror crack, and then I was like, oh no, and like I kept going, right? And the guy was like, hey, like in the car. And so then I was like, okay, I gotta go. I don't want to get in trouble. And so then I went back around the block, and then I waited a little bit, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get in trouble. And then like a dummy, I was like, let me go check, right? And so then I go and I rollerblade again, like back down the block. Mind you, this florist shop is a block away from my house. And the guys are outside of the florist shop, like looking at the mirror, and then they see me again. They're like, hey, you. And I'm like, no. And like I run, I rollerblade away. And for like 2 years, I would go the long way and I would avoid that block. So that way they didn't see me and I didn't get in trouble. And I think about this, and I'm just like, wow, you're the worst. You know, whatever. It was so long ago. But thinking back at it now, I'm like, that's kind of funny that I did that. So there you go. Number 18, what's your favorite social media platform and why? I really like Instagram. I think it's such an easy social media platform. I'll have mine linked down below. I get a lot of recommendations from there. I follow a lot of the people that I'm subscribed to on YouTube, on Instagram. I just really like Instagram. Number 19, if you could pick any book character, who would you spend the day with? I think I would choose Daenerys Targaryen, simply because if I was like her friend for a day, I think she'd let me ride a dragon. That'd be really cool. Number 20, what's your spirit animal? And this is another one I had to think for a little bit. But the answer that I came up with is a macaw. Now hear me out. Macaws are very smart. They're very social. They like music. They like being in these groups, but they also like to have their alone time. You know, when they get into a mood, they're like, all right, I'm done. And they'll separate. And yeah, I think I'm a macaw. That's the answer. Number 21, what old person thing do you do? For this question, I'm going to say the old person thing that I do is when I don't want to learn something as far as like technology, like with the TV or whatever, I just make my husband do it. I'm like, no, you got it. You're so much better at this. Like, you got it. Like, you're good. And I think that's like an old person thing where you don't want to learn how to do something because you're not interested in it. And that's something that I tend to do. Number 22, do you have a hidden talent? I guess this kind of goes back to my childhood stuff. I used to play violin. I played for about like 10 years. I'm sure if I picked it up, I'd be a little rusty, but I can hit a note, you know? So yeah, I used to play violin. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I've learned to not pay too much attention to this question over the years because I never thought that I would be living in Oregon. If you asked me this question 5 years ago. So I'm just going to say we're probably going to be living somewhere else. I don't know. My kid will still be in school. So there's that. I don't know. All right. So 24, share an item and tell us its significance. So I know you saw it in the thumbnail. So this is a Venetian mask. And, you know, they sell this all over Venice. It just reminds me of my time living in Italy. We lived there for about 3 years, and we lived about an hour north of Venice, and we went to Venice like all the time. And it took me a while to pick out a mask for myself, but I saw this one and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it's super extra and over the top, and I love it. And it was so hard to pack this when we were moving back to the States because I didn't want to mess with the feathers. But I think it's beautiful. So there you go. All right, now 25, tag some people. So I'm going to tag 2 people. I'm going to tag Ariel from the Cuppa books, and I'm also going to tag Cait from Cait Coy. If you guys want to do this tag, go for it. If you don't, it's all good. But there it is. Those are the answers to all the questions, 25 questions. It was kind of a lot, but hopefully it got to allow for you guys to get to know me a little bit. That's it. If you have any comments or questions that you want to throw my way, the comment section down below is a great place to go for that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.